Okay, the biggest question of all. Are you gonna film the birth? How does Yar feel about becoming a dad, especially now that you know it's a boy? The name that I like, but we won't be using, is... We are gonna do a pregnancy Q&A together. I asked you guys on Instagram. We got so many questions, a lot of repeats, which is good, so we can probably hit on everyone's questions. And yeah, we're doing a road trip right now to go visit some family, so we've got all the time. Bruno's in the back sleeping, and Yar's wired up on his cappuccino, so we're doing great.
Let's go.
And I'm wired up because I already took 2 naps. Okay, so I took a bunch of screenshots of all the ones that we were gonna answer, so I'm ready. Are you ready for lightning round?
Let's go.
Okay.
Shoot them out. Boom, 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 boom. Pop, pop, pop. Snap, snap.
Okay. How has pregnancy changed how much or how ways in which you love each other? This man has stepped up so hard, especially the first trimester. I was unwell for a solid few weeks. Gratefully not as unwell now, honestly. Like, doing pretty darn good now. But a couple weeks where I was just like, I was not cooking, I was just laying around, like I could not do much, and he was on it. He got me everything I needed. He was super supportive, super sweet. Not like he isn't always, but like I needed that extra bit, and he was there for me so much during that little period of distress. As
hard as it was to understand it, I think I kept reminding myself that you're going through something that's unknown to me, and I don't need to know it, but as long as I'm doing my best to try to, I don't know, understand, that's the best that I can do. And that kind of pushed me through that first. Yeah, like, you weren't judgmental. You were just like, I don't understand what you're going through, but like, just like, how can I help? I think it's taught me patience. Yeah. 100%. You know, I think the first few days, you know, of course, like, I was just asking myself, like, what's going on? Like, why is everything such a... Why is she crying? Why is she crying 24/7? Right? Why is everything I do wrong? Yeah. I had my moments. I really was. That's fine, you know? But now, like, I kind of, as you explain it to me, because naturally, I'm not the one, like, Googling, like, what is pregnancy like? What's because, you know, guys don't think about that stuff. And it's our first pregnancy, like, well, you know, longer past the miscarriage time, but, like, we were both learning what was going on at the same time. Yeah. All right, themes for a nursery. We are doing classic Pooh. Love y'all. Thanks for the baby content. I'm glad you're loving the baby content, and I love that you're doing Pooh. I think Pooh Bear is so freaking cute. We were just talking about this. We're actually going to keep it pretty, like, neutral and simple during him being, like, a newborn, and as he becomes a toddler and, like, develops interests, we'll kind of let him show us what he wants to add. But we're gonna kind of just like do an extension of the house plus like kitty vibes, like that rocket ship wicker basket we got for the toys. And then, you know, we're probably gonna just keep it relatively simple for a while. How long did it take to get pregnant? I saw a lot of these questions. So if you did not follow my journey the last couple years-ish, we were trying for 6 months when we had our miscarriage last year, and then after the miscarriage it took another 7 months to get pregnant again. Are you gonna film the birth? Ooh, so some hospitals, I think you're not allowed to film, right? Is that true? I think, but I mean, I'm gonna Google it. I don't want to be on record, but I might, you know, kind of like a little sneaky, you know. Without saying anything, right? Let me Google it. It totally depends on the hospital, though. So it looks, we'll have to see. We'll vlog, though. Like, I don't know if we're going to film the birth, per se. The birth part. But I would like to vlog. Yeah, if that's the question, I'm not too sure about that. I'd like to vlog the experience of when we go in. And yeah. I mean, but you know what? The more I learn about birth, it's an unpredictable experience. Like, we have no clue how it's going to go. You can have a birth plan. You can have everything planned. From everyone I've talked to, I don't know anyone who's just like gone through with their birth plan. Like, things go unexpected, and it's really just something out of your control. Bear with us with the lighting, but it's just where we're at. Okay, speaking of labor, are you scared for labor pain, epidural, ring of fire? I'm excited because you will be there for me. You'll be keeping me calm, but like,
The whole thing, it's more genuinely the fear of the unknown. And I feel like that is a huge thing with like everything in life, fear of the unknown. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what the plan's gonna be. I don't know how it's gonna go. All right, we're rerouting because that light is really bad. So yes, am I scared? For sure. But I'm excited because I think at the end of the day, it's a beautiful experience. And I think like, I've been seeing a lot of people doing like affirmations for labor, like my body was made for this. Like, you know, it's beautiful. Like, we're made to give birth, and one way or another, the baby will come out. So
it's gonna keep getting
the sun. This whole like, it's been raining this last like 4 or 5 hours, and all of a sudden now the sun just wants to like be a pain in the arse. Okay, the biggest question of all: will we still do vlogmas?
If you don't, I will.
We already talked about
this. Don't hold me to that. Do not hold me to that.
We did. We already talked about this. I'm like, I might need help.
Yeah, no, screw it. If you don't, I will.
All right, vlogmas.
Boom. But I think you really enjoy vlogmas. It is the one time throughout the year where you just go bananas, but you enjoy what you're doing.
I have to do vlogmas.
Like seeing that excitement and that fulfillment. Although, like, I spend less time with you, like, great.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I love seeing that.
It'll be really fun to like.
Fulfillment.
Yeah, and I want to vlog the first, Christmas with the baby. Like that's a big memory for us. That's a huge memory.
Yeah.
That I want to remember. So, I mean, we'll see how it goes, but it's our full intention to try. How does Yar feel about becoming a dad, especially now that you know it's a boy?
So for the record, I had no preference in gender.
No, neither of us had a preference.
We just wanted a baby.
Healthy
that
baby.
we can raise and, I don't know, live that chapter in our life.
Yeah.
Lots of emotions, lots of feelings. I can't really describe them. I feel this pressure to kind of figure out and make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But then I always remind myself that there's no one way of doing a particular thing.
Right.
And in this case, parenting, right? So, like, I think I just got to keep reminding myself that to take it a day at a time and just do my best. And I think I'm a little anxious on that process. But we'll see. And we'll see.
Because it's scary and new. It's scary and new. And I have the same feelings you do. Sometimes I get a little overwhelmed where I'm like already looking into like parenting stuff. And I'm like, I should probably focus now on, having a healthy, alive baby. You know what I mean? Versus getting too far ahead of it.
Right. I almost wonder, like, because there's all these books, all these like things you can reference to. Like, is it okay to just go blind into it and just like, or should we get like spun up on things and like get overly like critical on every little thing we do?
On Instagram, though, I asked for book recommendations a few weeks ago, and I had multiple people say that they went in blind. They didn't read books, they went in blind, and the instincts just kicked in.
Yeah.
So I do find that really beautiful. That's what everyone tells me. Like, you can try to prepare, but like the instincts will come in when he's here.
Like, we both have 30 plus years of life, right?
Yeah, we know a little something.
We know something that we can impart and like use to leverage in raising a kid. So that's where,
I totally am on the same page with you. I think there's stuff to learn, but I don't think we need to go as overboard as we might have thought. Talking to myself here.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
What's the most surprising thing so far that you weren't expecting? In the second trimester, I wasn't expecting to be this emotional. It's like a switch for me, totally flipped. I'd be crying like every day.
You've been really emotional.
I've been so emotional. I watched a TikTok it's usually a TikTok that'll push me over the edge, about usually a dog, or if I see a cute baby. I'd be crying. What was it crying about? It's just like things that would probably not normally make me cry, but maybe sometimes because I am an emotional person. I'm just crying a lot. But I'm extremely grateful to not be nauseous anymore. That's huge. And I definitely have some of my energy back. Like second trimester, I will take the crying for sure. Okay, this is an interesting question. How does the bariatric surgery affect the pregnancy? So funny enough, I feel like, I don't know if it's because like the baby's growing. The baby right now is like the size of like an orange or something. It's getting pretty big. And I don't know if it's like kind of pushing my other organs up or what, but I do feel like I'm getting fuller faster. I don't think I stretched out my pouch in full. I still get full pretty darn quick. He can attest to that. But I do feel like today when we stopped for lunch, like I didn't eat much at all. I don't know. So I almost feel like it's like reigniting my bariatric surgery in a little bit of a way. But yeah, otherwise I take bariatric prenatals. It hasn't really affected it too much otherwise. I mean, the biggest thing was after the surgery, I couldn't try to get pregnant for a year, and some doctors recommend even longer. I mean, we didn't get pregnant right away after. It ended up taking like 18 months post-surgery. So yeah, actually maybe longer. I don't know.
Yeah, me, trying to understand all the ins and outs of everything, and me not being too up to speed and knowledgeable on the surgery. My concern was more or less whether like you're getting enough nutrients to feed the baby.
Oh yeah, he was so cute. He was so worried in the beginning because I
was really concerned.
I was not eating much at all the first trimester. Like everything tasted horrible, and yeah, you were concerned. You were like, anything. What can we do? What can we eat?
Yeah.
Oh, I got this question a few times. This was kind of interesting. Before you tested positive, did you have a feeling you were pregnant? No, because I was so discouraged at that point because I had really wanted to get pregnant for Christmas / my birthday, which was Christmas Eve in December. I was really like, oh, please, God, give me a miracle. Give me the best birthday and Christmas gift, please. And I got my period on my birthday, and it was devastating. So for January, that's when we found out we were pregnant. I was just, I don't know. I couldn't help testing early because I did every month. I know in the TTC community, we be testing like 6 DPO sometimes. But I did my first test 9 DPO during the day, and I got this like really faint line. I'd already shared that, but like I went into his office and it was in the afternoon, and I was like, do you see this? Like, we did not do a cute reveal because I was like, do you see this line? I didn't really.
It was faint.
It was very faint. It was very, very, very faint. And then the next morning, I did it again, and I could see a little something again. And you're like, no, it's definitely there. And he's so honest. I'm like, thank God. Like, that's why I want to show him.
I tell it like it is.
Yeah.
I don't sugarcoat much.
I knew you wouldn't like just try to gas me up and be like, yeah, maybe. So, yeah.
It's funny because we were the complete opposite. Like, you really wanted it in December, and then January you were like, oh, you were like down. Yeah. But I was hella optimistic that 2024 was going to be our year.
Oh, that's what he always said.
Raising that.
That was true. You did kind of call that.
Really optimistic. I'm like, this is the month. This is the year.
You're so right.
It's gonna happen. And
you did say that. Forgot.
Our very first cycle of us trying, it happened. And
and you know what we need to give a shout out to?
Crazy.
The freaking Aura ring.
Oh,
that played a massive part. I've been wanting to talk about this, and I just keep forgetting because pregnancy brain.
You haven't spoken about it?
No. One of the biggest changes that we made in January, he got me the Aura ring was it Christmas or my birthday? One of the biggest things about it was I had seen that I could link it with my period tracker, and it was like a new update thing. And I had mentioned it in passing, and of course he's super thoughtful and heard me, and he got it. And I ended up syncing it up with natural cycles. And the crazy thing was, so it tracks your basal body temperature like first thing in the morning. You can do this manually as well with a basal body temperature thermometer, but that will track your ovulation. Like, it gives you a very precise temperature reading, and like hitting that perfect window. And I ended up ovulating slightly later than my prediction had been giving me, and that was it. Like, who knows if that was it. I do think it's a little funny. I think like we were kind of stopping a little earlier than we were supposed to beforehand, because like we pushed it like a few days and just kept trying, and like then it happened. So yeah, I don't know. I love the Aura ring, even not for the fertility tracking. I love it because I could not stand the look of the Apple Watch. I love the Apple Watch.
Barely use it now.
I don't use it now. I don't use it now. I use my Oura Ring every day to track my steps. If you're sitting for more than an hour, it's like maybe time to stretch your legs, and I'm like,
it tells you that?
Thank you. Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So it does what the Apple Watch does. It tracks. I love that it tracks workouts when they detect it, especially housework. It's like I love that it counts housework as an activity.
Housework could be a workout.
Yeah. 100%. So I love that it does that. And you can track so much. Like I love tracking my sleep with it, seeing my score for the day. If you are TTC and you don't want to do your basal body temperature every day, you can sync it with your period tracker. Like I said, I synced it with natural cycles, and it was really, really helpful for us. So if you want the Oura Ring, I'll put a link to the one that I have down below. Did you get pregnant naturally, or did you do any treatments, IVF, etc.? No, like I said, after we miscarried, it took us 7 months to get pregnant again. We were going to give it a full year post miscarriage to kind of see what would happen. Will you guys speak to him in Spanish? So happy for you. Okay, guys, I'm on day 157 of Duolingo, and yo hablo español muy bien.
Wow.
That's not even that exciting.
Wow.
No, but like I'm really getting there. I'm determined for our child to be bilingual.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
We're gonna try. I mean, that's the thing too. Like you say anything on the internet, people will hold it against you forever. Like 3 years ago, you said this. Like, of course, our intention is for them to know both languages. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Can't make any promises on anything, but like we would love to teach them at least some Spanish. How did Yar's abuela react? I'm an abuela myself, and I'm over the moon. Congratulations. Well, congrats to you, abuela. I love the word abuela.
Well, you know how it is. They always ask.
Oh, your sweet grandmothers. They would pray for us, because they knew about the miscarriage. Oh, that's so sweet. They'd hold our hands and pray.
So.
So they were excited.
Been praying, and it's great.
Any weird cravings? Not yet, guys. Not yet. I'm kind of like wanting a weird craving. I want to feel something weird, but no. I mean, I'm only 4 months, so we've got a lot of time left. So we'll see. I do want to, with Yar, I want to do the weird craving video. There's like weird cravings to try, like pickles and peanut butter.
That you're actually craving, or?
No, like they're typical pregnancy craving weird combos.
Oh, I think that'll be fun.
It'll be really fun. I did see someone...
Pickles and peanut butter?
No, I'm going to tell you something worse.
That just sounds like a thing because it rhymes with... Or it doesn't rhyme, but
it doesn't.
It's 2 peas.
Someone did tuna with ice cream.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll do the cravings video soon. If you guys have a craving that you want us to put in that video, definitely leave it in the comments. What traditions do you guys want to create with your little one?
That's an interesting question. I feel like the thing is, I don't want to have all this pressure. I think traditions happen naturally.
Yeah.
Right? I know there's certain, like, you really emphasize holidays and seasons. I think naturally, again, we're going to start from, like, we're going to have our baseline, but not everything has to become a tradition. But I think if it brings the family joy, that's something that we want to hold on to.
I agree.
Right? Yeah. And then it'll naturally come. Do you have any that comes to mind? To me, I'm just kind of...
Yeah, the thing is, I do like that you organically want to find traditions. Like, we'll just do something one year, and you're going to be like, this was great, let's do it next year.
Right,
and then it just happens. I love that. I think that's how a lot of traditions start. I also love, like, traditional traditions, like going to the pumpkin patch, all the holiday things, doing Christmassy stuff, an egg hunt, painting eggs, like all the holiday traditions. I want to keep all that very much alive because that meant a lot to me growing up. But then, we'll form new traditions with them and let them come naturally.
Yeah.
Because you and I kind of formed like random traditions over the years that we like to do. So it happens naturally. How do we feel about having a boy? Guys, I've already mentioned this in my story time about how we found out the gender. If you want to watch that video, I'll link the pregnancy playlist of all the pregnancy videos so far. Because I was positive it was a girl. I did not care what the baby was. I don't care how that they choose to identify in the future. We will love our baby and no matter what. But I just felt like it was a girl because of sweet cravings, the high heart rate, all of it. That's why when I found out, I was shocked because I found out by accident alone. So you can watch that story time if you want. But now that I know it's a boy, I'm super excited because my family doesn't really have any boys. Not really, like not a lot. And I just think it's going to add a really fun new dynamic to the fam.
Again, we're just excited to have a child.
Yeah.
Whether it's a boy or a girl. The fact that it's a boy, it's just, we don't have many of those.
No,
so
we don't.
It's going to bring in an interesting dynamic with a room full of, at least at my side, with a room full of baby girls.
It is funny too because I was always thinking like now in our house it's all boys because we've got Bruno, Yarman, and the baby. And I'm on my own. I'm the only girl in our house now. How many kids do we want to have? Both of our numbers are constantly changing. Like one day we're like, let's just fill her up. Let's fill, and by her I mean the house. Let's fill up the house with children. Yeah, yikes, not great. And then the next day I'm like, let's just start with 2 because I don't want to just have one. I mean, if that's what happens, like if that's in God's plan, that's fine. But I grew up an only child, and I would love for our kid to have siblings. I think it's probably a really special bond that I can't relate to, and I would love that. So, our numbers constantly changing. Definitely more than 1, but not more than 4.
Yeah, it's tough to say without having one.
Yeah, we don't know. Until we have the first one, it's really hard to tell.
But no more than 4, more than 1.
That's a healthy way to put it. How do we feel like our life is going to change when we become parents? That's a good question. I think everything is going to change.
Everyone tells me that your perspective changes to, like, naturally me. I've been very career focused up to this point in my life, and I think I'm starting to become more focused inward and towards family.
Yeah.
And like trying to appreciate slowing down as opposed to aggressively pursuing a promotion or accolades at work.
Yeah.
I'm appreciating slowing down, and that's been refreshing, and I think having a kid is going to amplify that for sure.
Yeah, I feel like even since I got pregnant, you're like more life focused versus like that constant, the grind, the culture of our society is
it's grinding. It's putting your head down and going through the usual pipeline of
so it's good. It's gonna be good for us to slow down. I think how it's gonna change when we become parents. I mean, like just everything changes. I feel like even just knowing that like this baby is in my body, I already love him so much. And I just feel like I'm good. Everything is for them. Everything is for them. It's not about you anymore. Like even the simple joy we get from like letting Bruno cruise with his head out the window or giving him a treat or taking him to a fun new place. Like I find so much joy in that. So like I can't imagine the joy you feel when it's like your child. So I'm just really excited to have this like grander purpose in life, Baby names we love but won't be using. Why don't we both just put out one name that you like that we aren't using and one name that I like that we aren't using. The name that I like but we won't be using is Hugo.
I want to tell him another one because I can't remember one right now off the top of my head.
Okay.
I've just been thinking on names that I like.
Yeah, you have
the ones that I forget, I'm like, all right, you're gone.
Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, it's mostly...
It's funny because you had a long list of like girl names.
I had a ton of girl names.
We can't use those anymore.
And then that's why it's been like this whole new exciting thought process because I'm like, we had a girl name like in full, and then it's like, so I was like, babe, it's a girl, don't worry about it. We have a couple names that we like, but we are not positive on at all. We're having a hard time.
Oh, I know one.
Oh, what?
Nico.
No. Lando.
Wait. Did you say a name that I like that we're not going to use?
Yeah.
Oh, no. I don't like Nico.
He doesn't like Nico. That was a me name. I liked Nico.
I don't like
I liked a lot of the 4-letter names.
I'm saying no to a lot of them.
You are.
My bad.
You've been way pickier with names than I have. I find it really funny. And then, okay, so recently, the 2 names that we like, he came up with one and I came up with one. And when he had recommended his recommendation, I was like, oh my God, like that, stunning. And then he's like, I changed my mind. I'm like, you pain in my ass.
We got time to let it simmer.
We have so much time. Is the baby shower gonna be co-ed? Yes. It'll be fun. I think it's gonna be like just one big party. Everyone's invited. Let's just vibe. I think I may be pregnant. What's a fun way to surprise my boyfriend? Well, congrats. A fun way. There's so many fun ways. And like, please do something fun because like I regret not being able to do that. I'm trying to think. I mean, I wouldn't trade it because it was an organic, beautiful moment, but like I wish I had a cute way to tell him because not even just finding out we were pregnant, but also finding out the gender was like a massive, like I didn't get to tell him in a cute way. So I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I got one.
You have one?
Yeah, I don't know why this just popped in my mind.
Okay.
So you know those photo booths that you go in and you take like a bunch of pictures and do silly faces?
Yes.
On the very last one, take out
The test.
the test
Yeah.
without your partner seeing it.
Yeah.
And then take a picture on the last one so when it prints out, he sees it and it's a surprise.
Actually, I don't know if I would do it on the last one. I would
Or
do it
on
on
the
like
first
I would do it
one.
on the second one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
take a normal first
Yep,
picture.
yep, yep.
This is an amazing idea. I love
Right?
that.
It's cool.
First picture, take a normal one. Second one, hold it up and see if he notices it. And then after that, be like, and then like look at him. And then by the third and fourth one, he'll be like, and then you'll be like hugging and kissing, and it will be magical.
Yeah. Yep. That's it right there.
So
That's it
cute.
right there.
Oh my god. If you do that, please let me know. Do you know if you want a medicated or unmedicated birth? Medicate me, please. You know what?
Your choice.
Yeah, he's super supportive no matter what. I think, you know what? I haven't thought about it like too much until recently. I've been recently starting to think about it, and I'm very pro epidural, so we'll see. I gotta think about it a little bit more and do a little more research. How much of an age gap between kids if you want more than one? That is something we talk about a lot and we don't know yet. It 100% depends on how the first one goes. Ideally, like we've thought about kind of back to back in it, so they can grow up close in age and all that. Because you grew up close in age to your brother and you really liked it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes with the first baby. All right, you guys, we are literally 4 minutes away from our destination and we've been recording forever. I used so much of my battery, so this was great. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us during this little road trip chatty chat. So hopefully you guys liked it. Let us know other pregnancy content you want to see and what you want us to try for the weird pregnancy food craving combos. Let us know. And yeah, we love you guys. Thank you for all the well wishes on the pregnancy. The positive comments go so far and they mean so much. I see you, I appreciate you, I love you, and the support is everything.
Bye.
Bye.